How did that change the way you think about just investments?
It was interesting because I just assumed that you had to go to a developing nation to go and find your fortune in somewhat in commodities or whatever. There was also gold and diamonds. Zaire would be in theory the second richest African country after I think South Africa on the basis of its massive mineral wealth, but unfortunately the corruption has made it it's not the second richest. I mean, it took me some time when I was at school and university. Eventually, I realized my dad said to me when I was like in my early 20s or maybe even my late teens, so you're going to come out to work in Zaire and join me out here? And I was like, I previously was like, of course I am. Why would I not do that? And then I sort of realized that you can actually make a good living with slightly less stress and less risk in developed nations like the UK and the US. I was like, you know what? I think you've afforded me a wonderful education and a good opportunity. Maybe I might take a slightly different course, and that's how I ended up on a trading floor meeting Andrew, my co-founder. The reason I met Andrew was because he joined a week before me on this trading floor with a foreign exchange room of 300 people shouting into phones, proper 1980s style. And he was the person who was being beasted. I'm sure you have it in the US, but in the UK, it's saying you arrive and you get basically shouted at and beaten up and so on. So he arrived, and then the week after, I turned up, and I for some reason thought I was joining some kind of 18th century gentleman's club. So I turned up with a blue corduroy jacket and floppy blonde hair, and like literally 300 people stopped talking. I'm like, who is this idiot? And I basically took up the mantle of the person who got beaten up, and Andrew was delighted. He's like, I'm off the hook. So that's how our friendship was formed, by me slipping into the skin of the person getting beaten up by the law. But it was fine. I'd been to public school, so I'm used to people trying to bully me. It was fun. It was all good fun.
So what made you, that's an interesting point. What made you feel like that you were joining a gentleman's club? Like, because it almost seems like it was not much change from when you were growing up in Africa.
I don't know what the hell I was thinking. It was bizarre, right? I mean, it was the most, I mean, it would have been taking me about 3 nanoseconds to figure out that was not the style of a foreign exchange trading floor. But I clearly didn't do my homework. So there we go. It was very amusing, but it was all good fun.
Well, now you find it funny, but at that time, I don't think you did.
Well, no, Andrew was like, hey, he was put his arm around me and said, don't worry, mate, it's fine, it's normal, carry on. And like I said, it was fine.
So what did you wear on your second day?